welcome to a brand new year in Ukulele Sprout. If you're lucky, you're starting this year with a ukulele, of course. And so this video is meant for you to have a good start on it. So please feel free to download the beginner's guide that I'm uploading on the description down below, and let's get started. Ukuleles come in several shapes, sizes, colors, and even different tunings, with the C6 soprano being the most popular in the world today. But no matter what size, shape, or tuning your ukulele has, they all share, most likely, the same elements on their construction. Elements that we need to identify in order to understand each other a little better during this and all the upcoming tutorials. First, we have the body, made of front, back, and sides. It has a sound hole, bridge, and a saddle at the front, where the 4 strings are attached and stretch all the way up through the fretboard, which is the flat wooden front side of the neck, and where we press our fingers pushing the strings against it to play. The fretboard is divided by several different fret bars that sets the different desired sounds all through its length, starting by the lowest sound of each string that we get by playing it open, not pressed, and going up to higher sounds from the far out, getting closer to the body again. The end of this fretboard is marked by a removable bone-like piece that is called the nut, similar to the one placed on top of the bridge, that we called the saddle. Then we have the head or headstock, on which we have the tuners, one for each string, that we can tune individually by interacting with each tuning peg. And here is where we are going to start. Nowadays, we usually find packs that already includes one of these, a clip-on tuner, along with the ukulele. If you don't have one, you can also try to download a tuning app to your mobile device, and I'll show you how to use it. And while this ukulele is not completely brand new, I just changed the strings for this video, so I can emulate the situation of having a brand new ukulele, recently opened and ready to be played for the very first time. Usually it's going to be out of tune, and it's going to keep going out of tune every 15 to 20 minutes, more or less. This is completely normal because the strings needs to stretch to the right amount of tension to stay, most likely, in tune. So don't be scared, it's completely normal that your ukulele is just going back to that every time. We are going to refer to the strings by 2 names mainly, either by its note name like A, E, C, or G, or by its number, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, or 4th strings. And right here, on the very beginning, I think that we need to do a little note of a concept that might be confusing at first, the concept of going up or going down the strings. Since we are talking about music notes, the concept of up and down is applied to the pitch of the notes. And that is the reason why this one string, despite being the closer to the floor, is going to be called the highest string, our first string, the A string, the top string. Alright? Notice how, starting from here, if I go down the strings, the sound is also going down. It's going lower in pitch. Now, here is another tricky thing about the ukulele. The characteristic sound that we know it and love it for is due to an important tuning reason. That is that this 4th string, the string that is closer to your chin, following the logic of my explanation, should be lower, right? Well, surprise, it's not. This bottom 4th string, G, goes back up in pitch. This kind of tuning on fretboard instruments is called reentrant tuning, and it happens also in banjos, South American folk instruments like jaranas, cuatros, etc., and is the reason why the ukulele is so distinctive, like sweet and charming. That high G that we have on the bottom 4th string, G, gives the ukulele that particular sound That is also the reason why some musicians that are coming to the ukulele from a different background, I notice that most of the times they tend to go for a low G tuning, because it's more logical when you are playing solos or melodies or scales, for some musicians, of course. Enough talking. Starting with the first string, identify the tuning peg that matches that one string. In this case, I got it right here. The note that we are looking for on this string is the A, and it sounds like this. I play that A from my other ukulele that is already in tuned. So before playing and trying to tune this one with my clip-on tuner, I want you to try this little exercise as well, so you can work out on your ears as well. Before moving anything on this tuning peg, play the string loudly first, so you can tell what to do. If you need to get the string tighter to go higher in pitch, or lose the string to go lower in pitch. So this is the A that I want, and this is the A that I have on my ukulele. It sounds lower to me, so that means that I have to get my string tightened. I play it and then I turn my tuning peg. If you're not sure what direction to go, that's also another reason why it's always good to play the string first. Now listen. What happened? I went even lower, so I need to go to the other direction. And I'm going higher in pitch. Now if you don't have an ear reference, that's the reason why you have this little friend right here. I'm going to turn it on and I have a little display. It has some lights over here. Red lights to tell me if it's on the left, that I'm lower of the pitch that I want. On the right, I'm higher. And on the middle, that green light is going to tell me when I'm exactly on the desired pitch. So I'm going to play that one string again. And you can see on the display that is showing me that I'm on the A, but I'm lower than that. So I need to make that tense. So I need to turn my tuning peg, always playing of course, so I'll get right on the middle to get my green light for that note. And do the same with all other strings. I'm gonna go now to the second string. For this one I need an E, so let me play it. So what I need to do is to lose this string. So do the same, play it first and then turn your tuning peg until you get closer to that note that you want. So right now I'm still high. I'm gonna keep turning little by little, carefully, until I reach my green light. Now for the third string, if I follow it right here, the note that we want is a C. And I'm gonna try to find that one on my cell phone. And basically it's going to show me something really similar to what we saw before. I don't know if you can see it right there. It's a little display. And again, it's showing me the notes using the microphone. So I'm going to play the C. It's really close actually, a little low. So I need to turn the string up just a little bit, always. Of course, I will recommend you to hold this closer to the sound hole of the instrument, so you can get the desired note more accurately. So if you can get a clip-on tuner, I think it's worth it. They're not too expensive, and if you're playing in a loud place with more people and you're not able to actually use the microphone of your cell phone, this one is going to save you up, because you don't need to wait for everyone to be quiet so you can tune your ukulele. You can just play, and even with me speaking right here, it's working. So that's it. I have my 4 strings in tune. Usually, by the moment you tuned your 4th string, the 1st string will be out of tune again. So even when you finish one by one, always double check that everything is still in place, or 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. A, C, D. Okay? get used to those names, because those are the names you need to remember to tune it. If you have a special ukulele tuner, they are usually letting you know on the display what were the notes that you were looking for. Alright? So now that it's in tune, it's time to play some chords.